Alrighty, let's take a step back from the news. Matt, any developments? We've heard it all week. We heard it all last week. Nothing's changed. I'm loving the weather, though. I'll take it for as long as we can before it starts to get really cold.
It is nice.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's a couple of hours above 85 in the afternoon, and really that's the worst part of it. But the problem is we're just not getting anything resembling rainfall, and that's what we need at this point. We want to keep the nice weather going. There's no doubt. And yeah, it's a little bit warm at 91. That's well above the averages. We'd like to see those numbers a little bit lower too, but overall it's been pretty pleasant. But we're going to talk about the rain, or the lack thereof, because here's the thing. This is a misnomer. 3.5 inches above where we typically would expect to be this time of the year. Yeah, we got a lot of that during the summer. We got a lot of that during the springtime as well. So for the last 30, 45 days or so, I haven't seen much of anything. And because of that, each time we update the drought monitor, and again, it's always updated on Thursdays, it just gets a little bit worse. So for most of central Texas, we're looking at this yellow shading, which corresponds to abnormally dry conditions. That's not technically a drought stage, but it is a transition zone. So we were doing well, and now we're transitioning kind of back into that what we'll call pre-drought. And it's exactly what it sounds like. Things are abnormally dry, starting to get a little bit crispy across central Texas. Now, we are seeing a couple of areas where that level 1 moderate drought is sneaking into parts of Milam County, Williamson County, and back towards Bosque County as well. In parts of Williamson County, even starting to experience that level 2 severe drought. So again, things are starting to get a little bit worse with each progressive update to the drought monitor. Until we get some measurable rainfall, that's not going to change. We're going to continue to see conditions degrade just a little bit. That's your weekly drought monitor update. Let's get to your temperatures, which look basically the same as they have the last several days. We're in the mid-70s here in the 10 o'clock hour, and we are seeing nothing up above. As a matter of fact, I showed you this during first weather. I'll show it to you again. We're not seeing much of anything across the entire South Plains region. Just a few showers in the higher elevations there in New Mexico and Arizona, but for the rest of us, it's quiet, and it's going to be quiet for several days. And the reason comes back to that high pressure. Now, I know what you're thinking. Eventually, this is going to get knocked out, right? Eventually. When is that eventually going to be? That's the question we all want answered. And as a matter of fact, things will start to deteriorate in terms of that high pressure just a little bit for the weekend, as we're going to watch some energy from what used to be Pacific Hurricane Priscilla kind of get caught up in the upper level flow and kind of move across parts of New Mexico, parts of West Texas. It's not going to do anything for us. You start thinking, okay, well, here comes our next trough system. Maybe that'll be the one that gets the job done. Yeah, no. That high pressure ridge is going to build right back in. As a matter of fact, it's going to center itself over central Texas. So as we head towards the middle of next week, no changes, unfortunately, my friends. We're going to keep the pattern just moving right along here. For tomorrow morning, lower 60s, a couple of middle 60s there on the board. For tomorrow afternoon, carbon copy of what we've been seeing the last several days. In your 7-day forecast, I'm going to show it to you, and you're going to look at it, and you're going to say, what? Yeah, there's nothing going on here. Sunshine as far as the eye can see. Temperatures in the mid and upper 80s, lower 90s there are possible for the beginning of next week. Morning lows, though, look pretty good. We're going to start getting fall-like mornings here, upper 50s potentially for your Saturday morning. And remember, to keep up with whatever there is to keep up with these days, you can download our 6 Plus app. It's free on your smart TV.